wild morning. Welcome to Hamburger America. It's a wild time. Here we go. Then the people show up. How you doing? Most people open a restaurant and then have a cookbook based on the restaurant. I have a restaurant based on the cookbook. It's as simple as that. Everything we do in here is very, very authentic to hamburger culture in America. And I wanted to make sure when you walked in, you didn't feel like you were in a new restaurant. You felt like you were in a vintage piece of American history. There are many different ways to make a burger. There are many different ways to enjoy a burger. And I think that it's a stretch to get people to convince them that this is really what you should be eating, that this is the original American hamburger. Want to make a burger? Thanks, T. You crushed that rush. You crushed it. So we're making two burgers. I'm gonna make two different burgers. I'm gonna make the classic smash and the onion burgers. We use a standard spice called Lowry's. It's a seasoned salt. The classic smash has three ingredients on it. The first condiment on a hamburger was likely onion, followed closely by mustard, and then at some point later, pickles were introduced. Those three elements on a burger go back over 100 years. And it's the traditional American way to have a hamburger that I think has sort of been forgotten. I'm proud to be able to bring it back and have it on the menu, but I'm actually even more excited. People actually buy the burger, and that tastes great. The bread is, it's a special roll called a potato roll from Pennsylvania. We use them exclusively. It's a great roll. It's spongy. It's really perfect. It's perfect for this burger. Some people don't see the onions and they think it's not an onion burger. They're all underneath cooking. The bun is steaming with the beef and onion steam. As beef and onion steam is going up and causing the whole thing to become soft. But underneath, the rendered beef fat is dripping down through the onions and making the onions cook in beef fat.
It's fine. It's not overwhelming with taste. It's just
yeah,
steady. I think that's
steady. That's actually so. There was a reporter in New York who, you know, prom is. If somebody said high school prom,
yeah.
No, sure. So if somebody said this burger is an honest burger, it's the kind of burger you would trust taking your daughter to prom. Another one is this. This is the other great quote from the New York Times. The burger tastes like late night drives into empty downtowns of cheap beer and boardwalks of weird characters you wouldn't meet in daytime. Woo! Hey, see you. Because I did not plan to do that. I was not going to open a restaurant. I think people who open restaurants are kind of crazy. You have to have something special in you to want to open a restaurant. And I told all my friends that. Then one friend finally said, "No. You need to find a restaurant group to work with." I thought about it. I said, "That's a really good idea." So I found some friends of mine, asked them their opinion of what they thought about opening a restaurant. And they said, "We'll do it." I said, "No. I meant, do you know anybody?" And they said, "No, we'll do it." It's a great idea. And so I had already built a brand. I built a hamburger brand that they immediately wanted to connect themselves with. I take great pleasure in welcoming our regulars. We have some that come every day. It's a piece of hamburger history here. There are certain places in America that won't allow you to read it. The old days wouldn't say you can't read the newspaper at the counter. The idea they would like open the paper, go, or they would just take too much time. So we added laptops because I don't want someone sitting here going, this is not Starbucks. This is not a coffee shop. It's a diner. Eat, enjoy yourself, get out. Nothing personal. But we have a guy who comes and sits here every day and he reads the paper. And he's allowed to read the paper if he reads it under the sign that says no newspapers. And people say to him, "Hey, can't you see the sign? It says no newspapers." And he looks at them and says, "I'm special." So I love that. We created our own. I see these stories like this play out all over the country. And special people who are regulars who go to these restaurants every day. And I thought to myself, what would it take to have my own regulars? And I thought it wouldn't really happen. It's going to take many years to do that. We have had regulars since day one. People who are just so excited that we opened a real place in their neighborhood and they can come and get an honest meal for not a lot of money. There was an assumption that when we opened, since we're a Soho restaurant, that we were going to have expensive burgers here. Obviously, a lot of places in this neighborhood have very expensive food on their menus, and they have to. We're a volume-based business, all volume, so that when people come in here, they're kind of shocked that the burger's only $7.50, and it should be, it could be a lot higher, but we choose to keep it low because it's not that kind of place. I want people to come back all the time. And it's, I can go there. It was affordable, They're not pretty burgers. They're not, to me they're beautiful, but they're not perfect stacks of, they're not perfect stacked burgers. They're not photo ready, but they taste great. That's the special burger of the month, by the way, just so you know. Special burger is from a place called Swenson's. It's in Akron, Ohio, and it's fantastic. It's a great burger. We put a burger on the menu once a month. We change it every month, and it's usually based on what I call my hamburger heroes. And these are the burgers that have been around for a long, long time. This burger has been around for 70 plus years, and it's a big hit in Akron, Ohio. But we have people who live in New York are from Ohio who come here just to get that burger, and we'll change it again next month. Next month's burger is going to be from Iowa. Yeah.